of September and there's still no indictment.
Bro, then you have to have a spokesman. You have to have some sort of comms to constantly
let it flow, let it flow, let it flow.
Wow. Why so many name changes?
It depends on my mood, my vibe.
And Puff, where did that come from?
I can't tell you that.
Why'd you move to LA?
Welcome back to Thug Legacy Entertainment. Today we're diving into the dramatic fall of Sean Diddy Combs. Once the king of hip-hop and business, Diddy's world has been turned upside down. It's January 2026. Diddy's not in a Manhattan penthouse, but a federal prison cell. The man who defined a generation is now inmate Sean Combs, his empire in jeopardy. Headlines aren't about new music or deals, they're about appeals, prison life, and a failed shot at a presidential pardon. The glitz is gone, replaced by the cold reality of incarceration. How did he get here? What's left of his fortune? And what does his day-to-day look like now? This isn't just a personal downfall, it's the collapse of an image and a legacy. Let's break down the rise and fall of Diddy in 2026. So, how did Diddy's empire crumble? For years he seemed untouchable, an icon in music, fashion, and business, with a reputation for turning everything he touched into gold. But beneath the surface, rumors and whispers had been swirling for a long time. People in the industry talked about his temper, his parties, and the way he treated those around him. Still, no one expected what was about to unfold. The turning point came in September 2024, when federal prosecutors hit him with serious charges: racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. The indictment was sweeping, the kind of document that made headlines instantly. It detailed a web of alleged crimes stretching back years, involving multiple states and dozens of witnesses. Suddenly, the mogul who once seemed invincible was facing the fight of his life. The entertainment world was stunned. Fans, fellow artists, and industry insiders couldn't believe it. Social media exploded with speculation and disbelief. For many, it was as if the ground had shifted beneath their feet. How could someone so powerful fall so far, so fast? This wasn't just another lawsuit, it was the government coming for him. The charges were federal, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. Prosecutors held press conferences, promising to hold even the most influential accountable. The message was clear: no one is above the law. Diddy was arrested, held in Brooklyn, and the trial became a media spectacle. Cameras followed every move, and the courthouse was swarmed by reporters and fans alike. Every day brought new revelations, and the world watched as the case unfolded in real time. The most damning accusations centered on his treatment of women, including Cassie Ventura and another woman known as Jane. Their testimonies were emotional and graphic, painting a picture of abuse and manipulation that shocked even the most jaded observers. The stories they told became the heart of the prosecution's case. The prosecution painted a dark picture, and the evidence was hard to ignore. There were text messages, financial records, and witness statements, all pointing to a pattern of behavior that prosecutors argued was criminal. The defense tried to poke holes, but the weight of the evidence was overwhelming. On July 2, 2025, the verdict came in, acquitted of the most severe charges, but found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. The courtroom was tense as the jury read the decision. Relief for some, devastation for others, but one thing was certain: Diddy's life would never be the same. Prison was now a certainty. The sentence would be up to the judge, but the conviction meant Diddy was headed behind bars. The reality of incarceration set in, and the world saw a once mighty mogul brought low. The conviction shattered his image. Diddy was no longer untouchable. His empire, built over decades, began to unravel. Endorsements vanished. Business partners distanced themselves, and fans who once idolized him now questioned everything. The world watched as one of hip-hop's most powerful figures became a convicted felon. The story dominated headlines, sparking debates about power, accountability, and justice in the entertainment industry. The only question left: how long would he serve? As the days ticked by, everyone waited to see just how far the mighty could fall. Sentencing day, October 3, 2025. Diddy gets 50 months in federal prison, over 4 years. For a man used to luxury, it's a lifetime. His release is set for May 2028, meaning he'll spend his late 50s behind bars. His lawyers filed appeals, but for now, Diddy's reality is prison life. Initially, he stayed at the tough Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, not the cushy facility his team requested. MDC Brooklyn is notorious: harsh conditions, no special treatment. Diddy's VIP days are over. He's just another inmate. The sentence isn't just about time, it's about losing all control. The next 4 years will test him in ways he's never known. The empire he built is now out of his hands. The journey from mogul to inmate is complete. Diddy's first months were spent at MDC Brooklyn, a brutal wake-up call. The facility is infamous for poor conditions and zero privacy. Rumors swirled. Diddy tried to keep up his bravado, even claiming a presidential pardon was coming. But reality set in fast. In early 2026, he was finally transferred to FCI Fort Dix, a low-security prison in New Jersey. Fort Dix is a step up. More freedom, better programs, but still prison. Here, Diddy will serve out the rest of his sentence. He'll have a job, some recreation, and a bit more space, but the fences and guards remain. The myth of being untouchable is gone. He's just another inmate, following the same rules as everyone else. The transfer is a small mercy, but freedom is still a distant dream. Diddy's new reality is set. Diddy's last hope wasn't his appeal, it was a presidential pardon from Donald Trump. For months, whispers circled through legal circles and the entertainment world alike. Could Trump, known for his unpredictable decisions and headline-grabbing pardons, actually step in to save Diddy? The stakes were enormous, and the world watched as the drama unfolded at the highest levels of power. Their old friendship was strained, but Diddy's team went all in, even enlisting Mike Tyson to hand-deliver a plea for clemency. Tyson, a legend in his own right, walked the halls of power with a letter in hand, hoping to sway Trump's decision. The move was bold, a last-ditch effort that drew attention from every corner of the media. The effort became a public spectacle, with 50 Cent using his platform to campaign against the pardon. He rallied his followers, sparking heated debates online and in the streets. The controversy grew, with celebrities and activists taking sides, turning Diddy's fate into a national conversation about justice, privilege, and redemption. Talk shows, podcasts, and newsrooms buzzed with speculation. Would Trump grant clemency, or would he make an example out of Diddy? The story dominated headlines, with every new rumor dissected by pundits and fans alike. The drama played out in headlines and on social media. Every tweet, every post, every leaked detail fueled the fire, making Diddy's plea a trending topic across the globe. In January 2026, Trump shut the door for good, publicly rejecting Diddy's request. The announcement was swift and final, delivered in Trump's signature style, direct, unapologetic, and impossible to ignore. The final hope was gone. For Diddy, the reality set in with crushing weight. There would be no last-minute rescue, no miracle from the Oval Office. The rejection was a public humiliation, proof that Diddy's influence had vanished. Once celebrated, now shunned, he faced the world's judgment with nowhere left to turn. No more special favors, just the reality of serving his time. The privileges of fame and fortune had evaporated, replaced by the cold routine of prison life. The failed pardon attempt marked the end of Diddy's last escape route. Every legal avenue had been exhausted, every connection tapped, every favor called in. Now, all he can do is wait out his sentence. Time moves slowly behind bars, and for Diddy, each day is a reminder of what he's lost. The world saw the mighty fall and stay down. The spectacle of his downfall became a cautionary tale, a reminder that no one is untouchable. Diddy's power play ended in defeat. The king had been toppled, and the game was over, not with a bang, but with the quiet resignation of a man who had run out of moves. Diddy, once celebrated as a mogul on the brink of billionaire status, built his fortune from the ground up. His journey began in the world of hip-hop, where he not only made chart-topping hits, but also shaped the sound of a generation. His relentless drive and business savvy turned him into a household name, and for years he seemed unstoppable. Diddy expanded his empire far beyond music, making bold moves into fashion with his Sean John label and dominating the spirits industry with Ciroc vodka. These ventures brought him immense wealth and influence, making him a fixture in both boardrooms and pop culture. But in recent years, mounting legal troubles have taken a staggering toll. The costs of high-powered defense attorneys, endless court appearances, and confidential settlements have drained millions from his accounts. The flood of civil lawsuits has only intensified, each new case adding to the financial and emotional strain. The legal onslaught seems relentless, threatening to unravel everything he's built. Even if he were to receive a pardon or legal reprieve, the financial hemorrhaging would continue. The damage to his fortune is already done, and the bills keep piling up. Despite these setbacks, Diddy isn't destitute. He still holds valuable stakes in Ciroc, Sean John, and his extensive music catalog. These assets remain lucrative, at least for now. But the value of these brands is tied directly to his public image, which has been severely damaged by scandal and controversy. Endorsements and partnerships are evaporating, and the brands he once elevated are now at risk. The market is reacting swiftly. The value of his empire is plummeting, and with asset freezes looming, his ability to recover is slipping away. Investors and partners are distancing themselves, fearing further fallout. The foundation Diddy spent decades building is now cracking under the weight of scandal and legal peril. If he ends up behind bars, he'll be powerless to stop the collapse. The billion-dollar dream that once seemed inevitable is now slipping through his fingers, replaced by uncertainty and loss. No one can say for sure what the final cost of his downfall will be. Lawsuits, settlements, and lost business deals could push the total even higher. What is clear is that Diddy's once mighty empire is now in crisis. Boardrooms are in turmoil, and his team is scrambling to contain the damage. For Diddy, the financial nightmare is just beginning. The stress and uncertainty are mounting, and the road ahead looks bleak. The legacy he spent a lifetime building now hangs in the balance, threatened by forces he may no longer be able to control. With Diddy locked up, who's steering the ship? His sons, Justin and Christian Combs, have stepped up, managing the businesses and protecting the family fortune. Justin brings business savvy, Christian brings the public face. They're in crisis mode, dealing with nervous partners, legal threats, and a damaged brand. Their job: keep the empire afloat and control the narrative. They're also managing Diddy's public image, making strategic statements and appearances. The pressure is immense, but the future of the Combs' legacy depends on them. They're not just heirs, they're the new guardians of the empire. In a bold move, Diddy's sons are producing a docuseries to reclaim the family narrative. Announced in December 2025, the series will focus on Diddy's life, his fall, and its impact on the family. It's not a puff piece, it's a direct response to the controversy. The goal: show the man behind the headlines, not just the felon. The series will feature family footage, interviews, and personal testimony. It's a high-stakes attempt to humanize Diddy and shape public opinion. The docuseries could change how the world sees the Combs family, or be dismissed as spin. Either way, they're fighting to control their story. January 2026. Diddy is no longer a mogul, but a federal inmate at Fort Dix. He's serving a 50-month sentence. With his empire in flux and his reputation shattered, his sons are fighting to save what's left, launching a docuseries to reshape the narrative. Legal fees and lawsuits have gutted his fortune, and the future is uncertain. The world he returns to in 2028 will be very different. Will he be remembered as a visionary or a cautionary tale? Only time will tell. For now, Diddy's story is one of downfall, survival, and the fight for legacy. If you found this breakdown valuable, like, share, and subscribe for more from Thug Legacy Entertainment. Peace.